Florida State head coach Mike Norvell and offensive line coach Alex Atkins landed Aliou Bah, a 6'6", 325-pound offensive tackle out of Memphis, Tennessee, who's playing his final few years of high school at IMG Academy. Join me and Coach AB, a co-host in our triple option series of videos, as we look at his huddle film and give you a glimpse of what you can expect from this kid at Florida State.
Yeah, so Bah's lining up at right guard, and throughout most of the clips you're going to see him at the guard position. He projects as more of a tackle at the college level, though I do think he could play inside. His film's up and down. I would like to know kind of the order of the games that they play in, because I feel like in some clips you can tell it's early in the season and he's a little less polished, and later in the season his technique seems to understand what's going on. His technique's a little bit crisper. He gets off the ball a little bit faster. He gets his feet in the ground a little bit faster as what I would consider the kind of the season to go on for him. He is a man mover. That's the best way I think I would describe him. He is an absolute people mover. He is going to get into you and drive you straight up Michael Lohr style from that fun movie The Blind Side. I think that there's a need to lose a little bit of weight and work on his athleticism. I think that athleticism would come with a little weight loss, but just look at the kid. He's just a people mover. He's just a mauler. He's a classic right tackle, ball and people mover.
Yeah, if I could go back here a second, I think there were plays back to back that kind of showed what he does best and what he kind of needs to work on. So I think immediately he could actually be useful in the running game. He does a good job here. I'll go to the next play where I'm going to talk about this, but he does a good job. Like you said, he's a people mover, right? This is him at the guard position, and you can see that he just gets in front of people and he keeps his feet moving, very solid steps, and he keeps pushing throughout the whole play. And you can see that really highlighted throughout the whole highlight reel. But the question I always have is, what about his pass setting?
I like what you see here is, he's playing a little high. I think a little bit of weight loss will help him, but you see some good lateral movement. He takes a nice step to his left there. Foot's up and back down pretty quickly. He's always got a foot in the ground. Again, that butt could be a little bit lower. He could be sitting back a little bit more. But he's got some pop. He obviously isn't afraid. He's not afraid to finish. And then here, I'm thinking this is a game that's later on in the season for them. He comes off the ball so much better against his team. Just throughout the clips. I mean, his angles are really good on some of these zone runs. I think he's a young man, and he gets in a system and gets coached well, and gets developed well. He's got a really high ceiling.
Yeah, you can tell that he's just solid. Like he moves forward. He's always moving forward. This is the only play he has at tackle. I'd love to see him try to pass set though, a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's
here. I think this is earlier in the year, and then you're going to see him. I think this game is a little bit earlier in the year. I mean, elbows are out. He's a little sloppy, but then you see him here. What I believe is later in the year, he's just coming off the football.
Yeah, that's a nice play.
Yeah, that's really nice. His strength is going to be. I mean, look, we know high school linemen. Their strengths are going to be in run blocking. The pass stuff's going to come as they get developed in a college program. Here again, I mean, he's off the ball as soon as the ball is getting snapped. You love to see that explosiveness off the football.
Yeah, no, I think that's what all these schools are seeing in him, is just he's got the frame, he's got the balance, he has all the intangibles he has all the tangibles you might want in an offensive lineman. It's just developing. And
I'm curious what his arm length is. I'd like to know that. If we could hopefully get some numbers at some point. Those are important things for tackle play. Areas of tackle again, but not much effort there by the defense. But I mean, he's just a big frame. I mean, big wide body kid. I mean, there's a lot there to work with. For Florida State, that's a position that they've struggled to get a lot of bodies at. And here's a big long kid that you're hoping you can plug in and develop over the next couple of years, and he can be something for you.
Yeah, and with Alex Atkins as your offensive line coach for the foreseeable future, I think there's a lot of hope to be seen in these kind of developmental high ceiling kind of kids.
Yeah, and I think that the nice part is if you get him in, he doesn't look like he's going to be able to develop a tackle. You can project him at guard also, so
Yeah.
that's a nice. It's nice to be able to see that you can project him back to guard if tackle doesn't work out. So I think this is a great land, a great get, good athletic-looking young man who's got to lose a little bit of weight. I think he, strengthen that core up a little bit. That athleticism will develop some, but he shows some decent feet. He shows some decent bend. Um, it's just about. I was listening to Mark Schlereth talk earlier today about offensive line play and just how technical it is, and those are the things that these guys pick up as they get, and that's what makes it so hard to really project offensive linemen to the next level, is you don't know how they're going to pick up those techniques. So we'll see.
We will see. Thanks for watching. Let us know if you like this format and if you'd like to continue to see us do instant reactions for recruits. Please also check out Tomahawk Nation for more great FSU content, and thanks for watching.